The secret that kept men alive during World War II wasn't locked away in some top-secret laboratory or buried in dusty military archives. It was simple, small, and, well, brutally effective. It fit in a pocket. Modern survival culture obsesses over multi-tools, titanium gadgets, and just about every conceivable innovative device. But the average soldier carried far less and yet far more lethal equipment. This wasn't about style, novelty, or marketing. It was about life or death. Once you understand it, you'll never look at your everyday carry the same way again. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to like this video. Share it with someone who values substance over spectacle, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to The Hard Past. We're going to explore history in a way that changes how you think about survival, preparation, and, honestly, ingenuity. World War II infantry combat destroyed every romantic notion about what soldiers carried or how they survived. In Normandy's hedgerows, the frozen trenches of the Ardennes, the scorching deserts of North Africa, and the humid jungles of the Pacific, equipment failed constantly. Packs were lost, vehicles burned, parachutes drifted miles off target. When chaos arrived, and it always did, the only tools that mattered were those a soldier could reach without hesitation. That's where the pocket came in. Pockets weren't storage, they were life insurance. Everything carried there had earned its place through necessity. Weight mattered. Reliability was non-negotiable. Failure meant injury or death. This necessity gave birth to what we now call the pocket core. Not a kit, not a loadout, but a minimal, irreducible system of survival capability. World War II soldiers instinctively rejected complexity long before minimalism was a trend. Forget the myth of infantrymen loaded with specialty gadgets. The truth was ruthless efficiency. Simple tools survived mud, blood, sand, and cold where sophisticated devices failed. Among these indispensable tools, the knife was nearly universal. Not a fantasy blade, not a collectible piece, but a workhorse. A folding or fixed utility knife cut rope, opened rations, shaped wood, dug shallow fighting positions, trimmed bandages, and cleaned gear. It was sharpened often, abused daily, and fully expendable. The second, often overlooked, was the screwdriver. Sometimes stand-alone, sometimes improvised, sometimes part of a field repair kit, the screwdriver wasn't a luxury, it was mechanical survival. Rifles needed adjustment, crates required prying, vehicles demanded coaxing, wire had to be twisted. A simple screwdriver could torque, scrape, wedge, and leverage as needed. These tools were universal because the challenges were universal. They had to work with numb fingers, survive dirt and impact, and endure misuse. Anything delicate was discarded by reality itself. Simplicity outlasted engineering every time. Examine original pocket tools from the era, and the story is clear. Edges rounded, tips thickened, hinges simplified. Engineers didn't ask how a tool could do more. They asked how it had failed and fixed that. Compare that to modern multi-tools with tiny scissors, miniature saws, or pliers tucked inside a dozen mechanisms. They look impressive on a table, but fail under stress. Soldiers trusted tools that tolerated abuse, not ones that demanded precision. The pocket core wasn't, just a single tool. It was a system. Modern survival culture often seeks a single tool to solve every problem. Soldiers didn't. They built redundancy through simplicity. A blade performed blade work. A screwdriver performed torque work. Pliers gripped and cut wire when needed. Each tool was independent. If one failed, the others still functioned. No cascading failures, no single point of mechanical betrayal. This separation mattered, and, well, it was crucial to survival. You can apply the same logic today. Strip your everyday carry down to essentials that mirror the soldier's mindset. Start with a robust folding knife with a locking mechanism and a thick 3 to 4 inch blade. It's your primary interface with the physical world. Add a solid flathead screwdriver, no bits, no folding gimmicks. This replaces countless fragile modern accessories and allows you to pry, torque, and adjust. If you want to expand, add compact pliers with a real wire cutter, something you can handle with gloves. Notice what's missing. No novelty tools, no multi-tools trying to do everything poorly. Mastery mattered more than metal then, and honestly, it still does. But here's the lesson most people miss. Tools alone didn't make soldiers resourceful. Their familiarity with tools did. Many soldiers were farmers, mechanics, carpenters, or tradesmen. They understood tension, leverage, and material failure intuitively. A screwdriver was a lever, wedge, or scoring tool depending on the need. You can build that competence today. Use your knife to carve, feather sticks, or build small structures. Take apart and reassemble the equipment you rely on. Learn to fix things rather than just replace them. This is how a simple pocket core becomes a true survival multiplier. Finally, the mindset. The greatest inheritance of the World War II pocket core isn't historical, it's psychological. Preparedness isn't about owning more, it's about needing less. One tool, 5 solutions. That's how men survived when plans collapsed and resupply failed. Modern gear culture sells comfort through accumulation, but World War II soldiers survived through prioritization. Audit your pockets. Audit your kits. Ask yourself hard questions. Does this tool earn its place, or is it ornamental? Could it function in mud, snow, or darkness? Could you rely on it with shaking hands? This is the pocket core. Fewer things, better understanding, absolute reliability. If this kind of no-nonsense historical truth resonates with you, make sure to subscribe to The Hard Past. Share this with someone who values substance over spectacle and, well, comment below with your own reflections on tools and survival. History isn't meant to sit on a shelf. It's meant to sharpen how we think, prepare, and survive.